Scripts for Mr. Bolt.
Oh, yeah, that's my husband.
Oh, great. How are you today, Mrs. Bolt?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Wonderful, thank you. My name's Kartier. I have your husband's Spiriva here today. Now, has he used this one before?
No, he hasn't.
He hasn't? No problem. So I'll just go through it with you. There's a little device here that the Spiriva's going to go in. It's called a hand inhaler, so I'll just go through with you how to use it. Basically, the doctor wants him to inhale one of these capsules once a day. So it's just important that he does realise that the capsules go into the meter and that you do inhale it, just so that he doesn't swallow the capsules.
No worries.
Yep. So I'll just open it up and I'll show you. Now, all the instructions are actually in this little leaflet here, so it's probably a good idea just to pull it out just to show him at home. I'll go through it with you today, but it's just nice and easy to show him later. Basically, your capsules come in 2 strips like this. Just tear it down the centre to separate them. And there are several capsules all pre-packaged in down here. So if you just pull the top of this foil here, just down to that first black line there, that'll only expose one capsule, and you'll be able to do that for the other ones as well. So we'll just tip that out. There we go. Now, the hand inhaler here has a few little compartments, so I'll just show you the first one. That's obviously just the lid to keep it all nice and clean, and your mouthpiece there. Now, the capsule actually goes underneath the mouthpiece, so you just pop this up like that, and there's a little hole in there, so you just pop the capsule inside. There's also a clear little window on the side, so you can see the capsule in there. And just pop the mouthpiece back down till you hear it click. Now, this green button here, you have to pierce the capsule, so just once you push it all the way in, you'll actually hear it like a crunching sound. That's pierce the capsule, so you know the powder's in there and ready to go. Now, when he inhales this one, get him to turn his head away from the inhaler and to breathe out, just for as long as he can, just until it's comfortable. Then he needs to put the mouthpiece in his mouth and make sure his lips seal over the top of it, and to inhale as deeply as he can as well. Then he needs to take it out of his mouth and sort of hold his breath for 10 seconds or so, just whatever's comfortable for him as well. That just makes sure the dose goes deep into his lungs. And that's all done. So then he can just remove the capsule, pop the top open again, tip the capsule out. And I'll just show you as well, with these it's important that you clean them about once a month. So there's actually another compartment in here. If you push the green lever up, that exposes the bottom as well. So just with some warm water, rinse it out. Make sure at the end you sort of shake it dry a bit so there's no excess water in there, and let it dry for 24 hours. So best time to do it is after he's taken his first dose. So if he does it in the morning, he can take his dose, rinse it out, and leave it air dry for 24 hours. So basically by the next morning it'll be ready for him to use again.
With that capsule there, can you use that again, or does that just get chucked out?
No, yep, that one's a spent dose now, so just throw it all out, it's all empty. Use a new one for next time. So now just the next thing I want to show you on this little leaflet is that it's actually got some really good information. Probably the most important part is just this little section here on the side effects. There are some common ones that he may experience now that he's starting it. Mostly things like a dry mouth, dry throat, and a bit of a cough. Sometimes also a bit of a racing heart. But just tell him not to worry about these too much. They should subside after a few doses of using it. If they do bother him at all though, just get him to go back to the doctor, or he can come in and speak to me as well. There are some less common ones, but that are a little bit more serious that he should also watch out for. And they're things like difficulty passing urine, a hoarse voice, or some nosebleeds as well. If he sees any of those, go off to the doctor and get him checked out. But again, just don't panic, not too much to worry about at all. So basically, this Spiriva, it's quite a good product, and it should help him to breathe a bit better. He's got chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, that's right, the COPD? No problems. Well, it definitely should help him. So yeah, again, if there's no improvement, get him checked out by the doctor.
What happens if he forgets to take a dose?
Oh, okay. If he forgets to take one, It just depends what time and how close it is to his next dose. So if it's within a few hours before he's due to take the next dose, get him to basically just miss it and take the next dose as normal.
Okay.
If it's sort of a longer period of time, you know, let's say he's remembered it in the evening and he takes it in the morning, something like that, then he should take that dose then.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter that they're that little bit closer
And
together.
he just takes his next dose at the normal time again?
That's right.
Okay, no worries.
No problem.
Yeah, I'll definitely go through all of that at home.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.